morning. It's a Tuesday, and for some of us, we're halfway through the week already. Good Friday is going to be here in just a couple of days, and we got a 3-day Easter weekend. We got a good show for all of you today. Going to be talking to Shannon, the executive director of the Home Builders Remodelers Association of the Metro East. She's going to be filling us in on just some of the latest. She was going to Springfield to do a little bit of work for the industry. We'll get some insights on that. Plus, we're going to get some more details when it comes to the Wish Home Raffle, which is taking place in Troy. That's a beautiful home. So more details coming down the pipeline for that. Plus, this weekend, too, is the 6th annual Easter ham giveaway, and Derek Richardson will be joining us with another individual as well who will be filling us in on that Easter ham giveaway. So really good stuff coming down in the next 2 hours. I hope you hang out here with me. We'll take you to top of the hour news now on this Tuesday morning. Here's what you need to know. Dustin Krishar, a 33-year-old resident of Brighton, has been charged with aggravated cruelty to animals following a horrific incident involving a cat. Authorities report that on the 19th of March, the individual intentionally shot a 1-year-old black cat named Little Bit with a compound bow, leading to the animal's death. The incident occurred in Alton, and the Alton Police Department investigated this case. Charges were officially filed against him on April the 14th, and the case raises critical issues surrounding legal ramifications of animal cruelty. Also in the news today, a tragic motorcycle accident did occur on Illinois Route 100 at Scenic Drive on Sunday, resulting in the death of the driver. According to Illinois State Police Troop 8, the preliminary investigation revealed that the motorcycle struck a guardrail at approximately 6:16 p.m. Emergency responders arrived on the scene but pronounced the driver deceased. The ISP is actively gathering more information regarding this incident. However, no additional details have been released at this time. Also in the news today, a Cicero man is facing his 6th DUI charge with a minor passenger. Here's what we know. A 45-year-old Cicero man, Fernando Orozco, faces his 6th DUI charge after allegedly driving under the influence with a 15-year-old child in the vehicle. He was arrested by state police in Pontoon Beach, where he was found in a damaged vehicle obstructing traffic. His prior DUI convictions spanned from 2007 to 2022, and his driver's license was revoked at the time of this incident. Police noted signs of intoxication, including slurred speech and the odor of alcohol from the vehicle. Roscoe has been charged with aggravated DUI and endangering a child's health. He is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. The Alton Wood River Sportsman's Club Youth Trap Team displayed some exceptional skill by winning first place in the Open Division Singles at the Southern Illinois Youth Shooting Sports Association event held at Wren Lake on the 12th of April. Competing against numerous teams, the young shooters showcased their dedication and talent. Team members include Avery, Hayden, Quinn, Caleb, and Mason, celebrating their achievement with a team photo on RiverBender.com and more of a detailed report, but capturing first place in that shooting event held at Wren Lake, and congratulations to all of you guys, too. Pride Inc. organized their biannual citywide litter pickup, bringing together community members from across Alton to participate in this effort. Pat Stewart, the president of the organization, expressed the appreciation for the numerous volunteers, including the Alton Boys and Girls Club and St. Ambrose School. She highlighted the importance of educating youth on proper waste disposal, hoping to instill lifelong habits. Stewart emphasized that keeping the community clean is a year-round commitment, and not just for 2 events. Pride Inc. continues its mission to beautify Alton with their next litter pickup scheduled for October. Finally, in the news today, during National Crime Victims' Rights Week, Aaron Rollins, a national ambassador for Mothers Against Drunk Driving, joined us on our daily show and highlighted the organization's critical resources. Paralyzed from the waist down after being hit by a drunk driver, Rollins emphasized that drunk driving is a 100% preventable crime. MAD provides essential support, helping her navigate the legal challenges after her accident in 2014, and now an advocate for the HALT Act, which proposes anti-drunk driving technology in all vehicles. She stresses the importance of responsible drinking. And MAD offers a 24/7 support line at 1-877-MAD-HELP for those affected by impaired driving. If you didn't catch that conversation, I highly encourage you to hear Erin's journey back to recovery and just all of the hurdles that were along the way. It was a very powerful conversation. And at 9:06, that's what's happening around the Riverbend this morning. We'll take a look at weather. It's 46 degrees, and honestly, I feel like it's a little bit colder out there because it feels like 40. Today, mostly sunny, windy, and cooler, and tonight, clear and chilly. How about that? Air quality right now is at 55, which is moderate. Grass is moderate, too. Mold is low. Ragweed's moderate. Tree levels are high. I need to take a Claritin because I'm losing my voice already. And so is the UV index. Temperatures are only going to reach 61 degrees today. If they even do that, they'll drop down to 36 overnight as we head into Wednesday. On the 16th of April, a high of 70 degrees and a low of 53. And on Thursday, we are going to see some thunderstorms in the area, a high of 73 and a low of 60. On Friday, partly cloudy skies, a high of 80. I'll take that any day of the week, and a low of 55 as we head into Saturday. On Saturday, we are going to see some rain, a high of 62 and a low of 48 degrees. That's a look at the next 5 days. Here's what's happening now at 9:08. It's 46. Feels like 43 for time and temperature. 618-465. Whew. 45. This time powered by Bounce Back. Rehab, recover, and return home. Hey, while I have you, before we take our quick break here, the Hainer Public Library District is a heck of a lot more than just books. You know, you hear Mary and Lacey coming on the show all the time and giving us their insights. It's a community hub for discovery and growth. Borrow a game kit from the Library of Things, or you can research your family tree in the genealogy library. Maybe even let your kids explore their imagination in the kids space or the teen space areas. There's something for everyone, and it's free with a Hainer Library card, plus all the benefits that you get with it. You can learn more at HainerLibrary.org. That's HainerLibrary.org. And don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way. We'll take a quick break. Well, let's take a look at downtown Alton, man. It's nice out there. We'll come back with more Daily Show next.
Bad company, and I can deny.
to our daily show on this Friday morning. It is the 11th day of April, and coming down the pipeline in just a few hours, the start of Alton First Responders Spring Fest, a great way to kick off the amphitheater season and all the fun that's taking place downtown. Dan, how are we doing today?
Not too bad. Glad to be here.
I'm glad it took me 3 times to introduce you in this segment.
I still think you should have left the early takes in.
Probably should have. You know, summer is getting ready to be here. Weather's warming up, and it seems like this year, you know, there's a lot of outside collaboration with the amphitheater and just new things going on. Like yesterday, I had on the gentleman that's doing the Attila Fest, and really just gave you guys nothing but praise with being so easy to work with, and really just a really good collaboration.
Well, we try to. There's still some things to be worked out on that event. We wish them luck. We have nothing to do with that event, but we wish them the best of luck. We hope they're successful, like anybody that has an event at the amphitheater.
Well, 100%. And then when you start off something like this, you know, with a family-friendly, and especially something that really goes towards, you know, Alton's First Responders and proceeds benefiting this, how did it all come together?
Well, this really came together. Andy Shannon, who owns Lures, we've worked with him for the past few years when we brought the expo back, and he came up with this idea to kick off his season. He took it to Mayor Goins a few months ago. The mayor got on board. Then Andy called me and discussed it with the Amphitheater Commission that he'd like to do something to give back to the first responders in the community. So as opposed to when we do the expo and we have a deal with Lures, this time they're going to donate that percentage that we would normally get to area first responder organizations. We're still working out exactly which ones. Andy's having us kind of lead the charge on that. So we're working out with him exactly how he wants it to be divided up. But it's a good opportunity to have another event at the amphitheater that benefits some of the heroes of our community.
Well, I mean, this one ain't just for a couple of days either. I mean, they're going to be there for 2 full work weeks, it looks like. I mean,
a full week, a little over a week.
Yeah, I mean, that's still a lot of time to get down there and raise some money for these area first responders, especially after the year they've had here locally too. So really great for that. And now tickets are $2 each for rides. There's 16 tickets for $30. But what are some of the things the public should kind of take into account for this event? Any FAQs?
Well, this will just be mostly the carnival to raise the money for the first responders. The only thing we're going to do as the Amphitheater Commission on the 19th, the final night, we're going to have a band on the stage and have beverages and have a little entertainment. Just an opportunity for us to throw our lot in as well.
And that's going to be the Saturday before Easter, so what better time to kind of bring the family together?
And knock on wood, it looks like the weather's getting a little bit better with each passing day, so we're hoping for a real nice week for not only Lures and our first responders, but we'll wrap that up that evening with the NKG Blues Band will be on the stage from 8 to 11 on the 19th.
They do a good job.
Yeah, I've seen them a few times, and they had a relationship with one of our commissioners. Debbie Frakes really worked with them to secure them. We got a good deal with them, and we hope people will come out and enjoy the evening.
Well, and they definitely should. I mean, you know, what I think's great, too, is that the hours are really open for the working families out there, because you got soccer and all that stuff, or baseball and volleyball. The spring sports are here. But now, I mean, you're open, 5 p.m.? What time do they close each night? Do you know?
The weeknights will be 10 o'clock.
Well, heck, that's a lot of time, where you can get an hour or two in with the kids and go out and have some fun. Vending booths, are there going to be some food opportunities, some concessions?
All over at the carnival. It'll all be self-contained within the carnival for this event. Not quite as big as the expo. There won't be entertainment every night. So this, we're keeping the idea. It's on raise money over at the carnival to give back to the first responders within our community and region.
Well, I think that's how you do it this way, too, because, you know, during the last year, I mean, you and I have had every conversation in the book about the amphitheater, and, you know, the thought that some folks have of, you know, going back to a First Fridays, and I don't know if it's there, but something like this is where you have true, you know, family entertainment where you can raise money for something and really just kind of drive home that community aspect of the riverfront.
Well, and as we always talk when I come on, it's all about the money and the budget to do things at the amphitheater. This is something that Lures wanted to do that doesn't cost the amphitheater money, doesn't cost the city money. It's basically an event that's being put on with no cost to any of us.
Well, and see, that's a win-win then. And now, how long has Lures been partnering up with you guys since the beginning?
We've been back since the expo came back in 2017, 18, something like that. And all the way through. And they did the old expo as well.
That's crazy to me that it's just in a good way that their partnership's been so strong over there. You don't see that type of working relationship.
No, you couldn't ask for a better company to work with. The opportunity through the expo has been great. Andy is the easiest they come to work with. And let me tell you, if there's a guy on top of his business, it's that guy.
Well, I need Andy on the show. I haven't talked to him yet. I think that'd be fun to get a little
try to get him on next
year. That would be fun to do. Well, and too, I mean, it's just really great to hear some of the other, partnerships, just how you guys put this thing together. Because you guys, it's not an easy venue to set up sometimes, and getting those rides in and all the other things that go into that. I mean, it takes a lot of work.
Oh, it does. And Andy's got one heck of a crew. I mean, we've seen it now at the expo over the past few years, how fast they put it up and how fast it comes back down, and just the professional operation he runs.
So the first responders Spring Festival, which our Spring Fest is going to run April the 11th. It runs a full week until April the 19th. The workday hours are 5 to 10, and then on the weekend, what time are they?
I believe they're opening at 1 o'clock on the Saturday, and there'll be a Saturday, Sunday, and a Saturday, and then they'll run till 10 or 11 in the evening. That
sounds good. And then on the 13th, that Sunday, which is the only Sunday that is available, it is 1 to 8 p.m. on that Sunday, but that's still 7 hours to go out there and grab the kiddos and go have a really good time. And now proceeds from this are going to benefit Alton first responders if you're just tuning in. And how does that break down? Just so the audience is a little bit more aware.
It'll be similar to the percentage we get from Lures as the Amphitheater Commission for the Expo. They'll cut us a check when it's over based on their ticket sales, and then we'll sit down with Andy and we'll have the mayor involved, and we'll determine how to divvy up the money between the various groups that support our first responders.
Well, and another thing that I thought was really good too for families to know is that the police presence is going to be down there, very much so. And there's a few FAQs about, guardianship.
It's all very similar to the rules at the Expo. Yeah. Chief Ford has done a great job of putting together the plan for this, as he has for the Expo the last few years. So basically, if you've been to the Expo, you pretty much know the rules. I mean, you have to have a parent or guardian. The kids can't just be there by themselves. But for the most part, it's going to be very similar to the Expo for the carnival.
Well, and that's great to know, too. And you can also find out more by going to lures.com, and they'll have a full, really just great recap of this. I'll share the screen with you so you guys can see it. But that's just a little bit of the ticket information, some of the hours, and then you have that parental escort policy in case anybody needs to know any more information about that event, too. But it's really great just to see this coming together, especially so quickly after elections, and not being, funny, but, a lot of people were stressed out, and to have a community event right afterwards is cool.
It'll hopefully bring some people together. I mean, we've been talking about this since at least February.
Yeah.
So it's been in the works, and let's hope it's something that is successful and it turns into another annual event, because just the fact that it's benefiting some of our local heroes, for me, was as soon as it was presented to me, I was all in. How do we get this done?
Well, and absolutely. And with that being said, you got a moment to take a break with me?
Sure.
We'll come back and we'll talk about some of the other events coming down the pipeline. We'll come back and recap the Alton First Responders Spring Fest. We'll stay here. You stay there on RiverBender.com and Roku TV.
Hey, would you drop by the pharmacy? My doctor switched my cholesterol medication.
Yeah, will do, honey. I'm glad he's looking out for you.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including managing chronic conditions. Schedule an appointment today.
What are you doing? We did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, go, it's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
no matter the season. Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville. Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois with specials 5 days a week. Mondays, roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab select 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
And this is what she said, oh, there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in.
Welcome back to Our Daily Show on this Friday morning. It continues with the Alton Amphitheater Commission, and we'll circle back to the First Responder Spring Fest, but a lot more planned, and I know that you guys are, looking at acts to bring in and all that stuff that comes in with this, and we'll have more for people, right on schedule.
I don't have any major announcements yet. We are working with offers, working with agents. Some things haven't worked out that we've been trying to do. You got to be fiscally responsible, so you only go so far on offers. But there's still some things in the pipeline, and with fingers crossed, hopefully I'll be back here very soon to announce something.
Well, and the thing people need to know, too, is, I've heard just in conversations with you, heard of some of the names in the Rolodex that Aventive sends you, which they're the best partner you guys could have asked for. Because they're really scouting these things that I wouldn't even have thought of being good shows. And so the thing that people, I think, need to know the most is that it comes with a cost. You could book 10, 15 shows a summer if you wanted to, and that'd be great, but we don't have $5 million to do that.
No, it always comes down to the sponsor dollars, and they ebb and flow. And since COVID, they haven't been as good as they were pre-COVID, so that changes the calculus on what you can do.
Well, and that's where, business owners and really not even just that, but also, admin of really big companies that have the opportunity to do so, that's when you step up and go, why don't we put on a couple of really good summers for the amphitheater and some really nice partnership.
Well, the whole idea is to bring people to town and get them spending money, because there's that extra money that gets spent when they go to our business, our small businesses, our restaurants, our hotels. That's generating economic benefit for the entire community. It's not just about the amphitheater proper. It's getting these people to town.
Well, and honestly, on top of that, it goes a little bit further, because with the amphitheater, some of the acts you bring in, they're going into other portions of the Riverbend region. So, and yeah, you want them to stay in Alton, but in terms of maybe making it a weekend trip and you're stopping in Alton and then you're going down the road for a Sunday or a Saturday, that's where it really starts to see the effects of what you guys are having down there.
Well, it's that economic impact. It's the sales tax, the hotel tax, the restaurant tax, the food and bev tax. All of those things play into this. So once you get the people to town, it's a matter of getting them to spend their money.
So, and just to clarify, so the Attila Fest event, which is going to be a nice music festival, July the 20th, that is an outside of the Amphitheater Commission event, correct?
that was just, they rented the amphitheater to do their own event.
Okay, and just kind of like, and now the MRF, is that kind of in the same boat?
Yeah, they've got their dates this year. It's already been announced. I don't think we're going to play any role. We'll support them any way we can in order for them to be successful, just like we're going to do with the boat races. We're not directly involved, but there's certain things that we do on the back end to support the event itself.
Absolutely. And then that leads me to my next point. Let's start talking anchor events. When do we start? Is it July 3rd on the riverfront?
We've got the anchor events. They're on the calendar. July 3rd, fireworks on the Mississippi again this year. We're hoping to announce what that entertainment. We'd like to have the same military band we had last year, but there's been some deployments, so we're talking with them to see if they have something or if they can turn us on to something. But because of deployments, that has a little bit of a question mark right now, but we're still working on that. Then August 23rd, one of my favorites, and I think the community's favorites, the food truck festival will
It's always hot.
Well,
not this time, not last year. Last year was beautiful.
Honestly, not the last 2 years.
True.
Now, 2 years ago, we had a little rain early that kind of hurt our crowd, but
you're right.
It left before the event started.
Right. Now that I'm remembering, because last year we were on the hill and it wasn't that bad at all.
No, it was nice last year.
That's
now,
right.
there have been years it's been like being on the surface of the sun.
You're right, but no. So this year we have hope because 2 is true, and I think we're in for a three-peat.
I'm hoping so. but we look to have at least 20 trucks again, like we've been having, and we'll be announcing the entertainment for that in short order as we get into the season. But that's on the calendar. That one has its date every year, same weekend. So we just hope it continues to grow and be a success.
And that's still with sauce?
Yes.
Cool. Wonderful. And then what is Jazz and Wine that follows?
The following weekend, August 30th, the Jazz and Wine Festival. We've got event of Talking to Talent for that right now. That has really started to grow. I'm really proud of what all of us as a team have been able to do with that event, with the bistro style seating and the intimate jazz club. I hope it continues to grow this year. After we started that seating for that, it's grown. We added more tables last year. They all sold. So we're trying to figure out how we can cram even more in there. And we're getting awful tight right now.
You are getting tight on tables.
But that's even the general admission crowd that's a $10 ticket that is growing, that comes out and sits in the lawn.
I'm telling you, I love the table, but sitting out on the lawn was fun. I mean, and especially if you go buy a bottle of wine or get a couple of glasses of wine and sit out there with a blanket, man, life's looking good if you're just chilling. I mean, that's wonderful. And then Expo follows that, doesn't it?
The following weekend.
I am getting good at your events.
The Expo will be the 4th through the 7th this year, so that'll be 3 weekends or 3 weeks in a row, hell weeks for all of us on the volunteer side. But they're always fun weeks. Those are great events. We take great pride in them because they become successful, and they're either free or they're
close to it.
They're affordable, so that families and the community can come down and enjoy our riverfront and a good entertainment. Whether it's a carnival, whether it's jazz, whether it's eating all you can eat and not feeling too good afterwards. There's something for everybody in the anchor events. That's one of the things I've really liked as the anchor events have taken hold, is they're all just a little bit different and a little bit different genre. So there's something for everybody.
Well, and you need those to build out other events. I mean, you can't just keep changing the schedule every year, because if people like something, especially Alton, we're kind of a traditionalist town where we love those, sentimental things like going to the fireworks and going to do other events. But when you start to just change it up and go, oh, that was fun, but next year let's go and do like a mini golf tournament at the amphitheater, probably going to be a hard stretch.
Yeah.
So when you have these anchor events and then you add on, partnerships and collaborations, then you have your blueprint. That's really cool.
And then whatever money you can find in sponsor dollars or wherever you can find it, you can start sorry about that. You can start plugging other events in, big and small.
Yeah, and that's what I just think. I mean, for all the, folks that maybe are just kind of wondering about the amphitheater, go down to an event. I think that's some of the things that I think people have the hardest time with is, just go down and see it for yourself. You might drive by it and not understand, but when you see everyone in there having fun and you take a ride on the Ferris wheel and see it all lit up, man, it looks great.
You can't have more fun than on our riverfront. I mean, we have something for everybody. And like I said, you try to get some of these bigger events to draw in the sponsors and draw in more people from out of town, because we want people to come here. We want people to experience how great this city is.
Well, 100%, Dan. And with that being said, you can start experiencing it this Friday. That's, today. Huh? Wow. 5 p.m. 5 p.m. April the 11th. And it runs until Saturday, April the 19th, the day before Easter. It opens up at 5 p.m. tonight. And proceeds from this go right back to area first responders and those organizations, which we have so many great ones around to choose from. But family special Monday through Thursday. All rides take just one ticket. Tickets are $2 each or $16 for 30. Or no, 16 for $30. I would have gotten yelled at, I think, on that price. But it all goes back towards a good cause. And Dan, what's your final takeaway of this week? Just
remember, go down, have fun, because a percentage of the profits of the carnival are going to go to our first responders. And come see us on the 19th, 8 to 11 p.m. NKG Blues Band is going to be on the stage. We're going to have soda water, beer, come out for an evening of free entertainment.
There you go. Hey, we'll see you there, and I'll see you there a couple of times in the next week or so. Always love going down to the amphitheater and really just starting to kick the summer off as that weather starts to warm up. Dan will be back in studios, you guys know, multiple times as we get ready to announce shows and go into more details. We'll take another break, and we'll come back with the Grafton Chamber. They got their sips.
Get access to care for anyone, anywhere, at any time. No appointments, no waiting rooms, no traveling. OSF on call.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois with specials 5 days a week. Mondays roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday grabs like 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
We're gonna take a trip across the sea. Everybody come along with me. We're gonna hit the night down in Cape Paris. All over the world. Everybody got the word. Everybody everywhere is gonna feel tonight.
Welcome back. We are kind of waiting on Shannon. We might have had a little bit of a conflict there time-wise, and things happen, so we'll see if Shannon joins us, but we still got more to talk about. You know, if you haven't yet, seriously, go down to that Spring Fest. That looks really fun, and they're doing a great job of keeping everybody happy and safe, and Lures is doing just a fantastic job. Hey, wanted to fill you in on a couple of 3 things this weekend. On Saturday, I'm not doing a show Friday, but I will be live from 1 to 3 on Saturday at Village Dispensary. We're going to be a part of their 1 year of Village. I mean, this is great. Pre-420 celebration because, Easter Sunday, but, edibles never hurt any family get-together. Local vendors, great deals, and giveaways galore. So this is going to be really cool. It's a 21 and over event. There's no open consumption, by the way. It's not one of those. But April the 19th, we'll be live from about 1 to 3 p.m. over there at 110 Northport. And just stop by and say hi if you haven't yet. There's going to be really great vendors there. Their grand opening celebration was great. We had a lot of people that watched that show, too. And really just great to see them bringing in all aspects of the community because they really do want to be a part of it, and it really is just fantastic to see them already hitting that 1 year mark. So that's going on Saturday, but also a couple of other things that are coming down the pipeline this weekend, but we have to touch on this first. This is a developing news story, and we're going to see if we can get more clarification on this. Early Tuesday morning, you saw this go through on your RiverBender.com app. If you haven't, download it now so you'll never miss out. A single vehicle crash, left a car stranded on railroad tracks near the old Amtrak station on College Avenue, and it prompted a response from local authorities and Union Pacific officials. At 4:58 a.m. on this morning, the Alton Police Department was alerted to that incident in the 3300th block of College, where a vehicle had crashed through a protective fence and became stuck on the tracks. Officers arrived quickly and did notify Union Pacific to halt rail traffic to that area despite their efforts. Alton Police Chief Jarrett Ford did say that an Amtrak train carrying approximately 35 passengers struck the vehicle. He added that authorities do believe the vehicle was unoccupied at the time of this impact. The Alton Fire Department confirmed no passengers or officers were injured, and the train did not derail. The driver of the vehicle has not yet been located, and the investigation remains active, but a big note in that is that there are no passengers or officers that were injured in this, and the train did not derail, but an Amtrak train carrying approximately 35 passengers did strike that vehicle, and authorities do believe that that vehicle was unoccupied at the time of the impact. Anyone with information about this incident is encouraged to contact the Alton Police Department at 618-463-3505. The driver of the vehicle has not yet been located at the time of this posting as the investigation does continue. So that's one of our developing news stories today, this morning. But I'm also wanted to share with you, too, and I'm trying to find it because there's a really great event happening, too, on Saturday, and it's right over in the Pie Sauce Center, and I always forget the name of it's Cloudbuster. So Cloudbuster, and I was going to fill you in on this because the event calendar is going to go out tomorrow because that'll be Wednesday, or the event article, but they were filling me in that Cloudbuster, they're doing free tacos and giveaways and having these huge deals. So they're going to have their own kind of party too. And I wouldn't call it, necessarily a 420 party because it's where you get your vapes and stuff, but you can go out there and have a great time. That's right there in the Pie Sauce Center in Alton too. So why don't you make it a day trip? Go stop by Village and stop by and, get your nicotine and a free taco and really just some great giveaways there too. There's going to be music playing. It's going to be a really good time. It's located at 508 West Delmar Avenue. That's the physical address, but that's Cloudbuster right there in the Pie Sauce Center. Really great people up there, and there's just very nice people, and really excited to help get the word out on that. So Cloudbuster this Saturday too, pretty much all throughout the day. So go stop by, get some food, get some good merch, get some giveaways, and call it a good day. And then stop by and see me at Village Dispensary for a few hours, and we'll go ahead and have some more fun on that Saturday. There's so many things that are coming down the pipeline too, and that brings me to my next point because we do remotes, and I'm starting to get my calendar really full on remotes already, and I'm excited. We're starting off with Village this Saturday. Next Friday, we'll be at Alton High School doing their career fair, and then so many more planned too. I know that we'll be at Villa Rose for their anniversary celebration. We're going to be at the Two Rivers Family Fishing Fair for their event, which is just huge. That's thousands of people, plus all the amphitheater events and everything else. So we're going to have a pretty busy summer here on RiverBender.com. But if you have that big event that's coming up and you want us to be a part of it, just reach out to me, CJ at RiverBender.com. We'll set that up and talk about it and see how we can add to really just a great occasion. Plus, you can also submit your events to the community calendar. And what if I could tell you this? I could get you almost 1 million impressions, sometimes a lot more than 1 million impressions in 3 days. We have all those event packages too, and as the weather starts to warm up, people are wanting to get outside. It's time to start getting the word out on everything that you guys got coming down the pipeline. Hey, we do have another breaking news story just coming in. Man, busy news day for Dan Brannon here, content director at RiverBender.com. Multiple fire departments did respond early this morning to a large fire at a pallet recycling company in East St. Louis. The call came in early this morning for a fire at the Echo Recycling Solutions located at 225 North Main Street in East St. Louis. Or South Main Street, excuse me. The company processes pallets by splitting them up and recycling them into usable lumber while unusable wood is mulched. The building was filled and surrounded by pallets, which contributed to this rapid spread of the blaze. Fire departments from more than 10 area departments showed up on the scene and worked to contain this blaze. Some of the company's trucks, trailers, skid steers, and mulching equipment were damaged, and there was a reported explosion involving one of the trucks. No injuries have been reported. The state fire marshal's arson investigator will be leading the investigation into the cause of this fire, so this is one to follow. But developing this morning, multiple fire departments responding early on this morning to a large fire at a pallet recycling company in East St. Louis. That fire at 1:30 a.m. was when the call came in at the Echo Recycling Solutions facility located at 225 South Main Street in East St. Louis. The company that processes pallets by splitting them up and recycling that usable lumber is what contributed to this blaze, and firefighters from more than 10 departments did respond to the area. No injuries reported at this time, and the state fire marshal's arson investigator will be leading the investigation. So more developing news for you on this Tuesday. We'll take a quick pause here. It's 48 degrees in downtown Alton. You're watching our daily show or listening to it on any of the, I feel like, thousands of platforms we've been on lately. Oh, hey, while I have you, we were ranking really high. So I got an email the other day, and this was really exciting too. I was just sitting there, and I got an email from one of the SEO companies, and it's a legitimate one. It's called like Pod SEO or something. But man, we are ranking high. We were coming in at number 3 in certain categories, and we're not. And for the interviews, because the full show, people that are in London probably aren't going to watch our local news, but man, it's crazy to see how many great conversations are really just taking off, and people are listening to them from all over, and it just shows the impact that we're having right here too in the 618 and all of your guys' stories, because it ain't about me, it's about really the people we have on the show. So a lot of great stuff coming with the show lately, and life's just looking good. I forgot to share that with you guys, but yeah, there you go. How about that? 9:43, you're watching our daily show on RiverBender.com and Roku TV. I'm going to take a quick pause here, and we'll come back with more after I thank some sponsors.
Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Nothing yet. Baby, you just ain't nothing yet. It's something that you'll never forget. Baby, you just ain't nothing yet. Nothing yet. You ain't been around.
All the prep work done. 9:12. Welcome back to our daily show on this Thursday morning. It is the 10th day of April. Michael Pittman, manager of new clean energy programs, because you were keeping it easy on me today.
That's right.
How are we doing, man?
Doing very well. Thanks for having me in here.
Well, and it's always a great time to talk with Amron and get the latest insights from you guys, because, you know, it's never a better time to really see what you guys are all doing. And it's this web of intricacy that really just keeps us all protected in the region and also helps us understand how we're getting power, you know?
Absolutely.
Well, with that being said, we're talking about the carbon-free assessment program today, and really just how does it work?
Sure. Our public school carbon-free assessment program, it provides comprehensive no-cost energy assessments to public school districts within our territory. Oh. We look at both the interior and exterior of the buildings and provide the schools with a strategic roadmap to make their buildings more energy efficient, to build a more sustainable future, and ultimately get to the state's goal of carbon-free public schools.
Well, and honestly, what I find fascinating, because we had Creative Kids on a couple of times, and they were in McKinley School, which is a really old, you know, kind of building, old school, and the energy bill was just astronomical, and just some of the things that they were having to do just to kind of keep things going, and it's kind of mind-blowing, and I'm sure in some of these other buildings across your guys' region, it's the exact same way.
Yeah, schools' energy uses are a very large portion of their budget, and this assessment helps find strategic solutions that can help them reduce those costs and ultimately prepare for larger energy upgrades as well.
What are those, when you go to an assessment, what are those things you take into consideration? What do you look for?
So we look at the opportunities for the school to make energy efficiency improvements. We'll look at the air sealing around their windows and doors, because that can really provide them with significant savings to get that fixed. We'll do the same thing with their mechanicals and their insulation with their piping. That helps save energy quite a bit. We also look and provide them with a roadmap to what they could do for solar facilities at the district.
Really? Well, and with this program in effect, how long has it been going for?
We rolled the program out in the first quarter of 2024, so we've been operating for a little bit over a year now.
Well, take me through that year. How's it looked for Amron?
It's looked really well. We have enrolled or completed assessments for over 80 school districts within our territory.
Did you do Alton?
We actually, Alton was sent to the scheduler this week. I checked on it this morning. We will have we expect delivery of the Alton School District report to be done in June.
Really cool. That's great news for our local community here too. Well, and now when you're talking about you know, how Amron, you know, never shows up at a home business unannounced too. Is there a number that, you know, the school should call to set up an appointment, though, if, you know, someone from a, you know, regional school here, or even a local, you know, maybe even a private school says, hey, we're having some issues with our bill? Is there a number to call?
So I would tell the school districts that they need to contact us through our website.
Okay.
I'll do it slowly. It's www.amronillinoissavings.com/PSCFA.
That was impressive.
Thank you so much. The website has a simple questionnaire for the district people to fill out. One of our enrollment specialists gets their information and calls them back and walks them through everything else.
So we were talking a little bit about, you know, like windows and you know, boilers and things like that you look for. What's the most common when it comes to, you know, this kind of portion of the region that you're running into?
We find that schools could really benefit by updating their old HVAC to new energy efficient HVAC systems. Obviously, that's a major capital improvement, something we help them with the roadmap for. When you look at lower or no cost items that can help the schools, smart thermostats installed, just the fixing of windows and doors. And a really good one is to look at the HVAC schedule and make sure that you're not running your HVAC when students or faculty are not there.
Right. Well, that makes total. And, you know, with what are school districts starting to see, though, if they're able to, you know, upgrade that HVAC system? Let's say, you know, whatever they have to pass or to get through this, you know, financing or funding with you guys and anything else. What does it look like in terms of savings or just percentage wise? Can you share that?
So we will connect these school districts to our energy efficiency team to start working on that afterwards. You know, successful stories thus far. We worked with East St. Louis, who updated all of their insulation, and they've seen some major savings for their school district. The one I always like to highlight, though, because it was a no-cost fix for the school, is the Cuba, Illinois. It's the Fulton County School District. Yeah. We showed them how they could update the schedule on their HVAC system, like I talked about, and they were, in month one, they saw $1,700 in savings.
So it's sometimes just as simple as that.
Yeah.
That's incredible. See, now that's incredible to me, because it's almost like just like somebody in a home that leaves their, your thermostat running all day long while you're gone. And then all of a sudden you realize, okay, let's just kind of cut that in half or maybe drop it a few degrees and look at what you're saving.
Simple measures like that, changing it to start heating the school building at 6:30 in the morning as opposed to 5 a.m. You're still warm when the school students get there, but you save that hour and a half of the intense energy usage.
Wow. And now, is there ever like a problem spot in a school, like that one building or like one portion of the building that's causing problems for, the rest of the facility that you kind of advise on, or is it normally a full facility issue?
We look at the facility comprehensively and make recommendations for the entire building. But it's crazy to me, who hadn't done much of this before, how much the insulation and how much the door sweeps make, where if there's just that little small crack underneath a door, how much effect that can have on the school's hallways and cause the heating or HVAC, our air conditioning system to really run longer and harder than it should.
Man, this is really cool. Do you have a moment to take a break with me?
Sure.
We'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more with Amron on this really great carbon-free assessment program for Illinois public schools, and really just fascinating to learn a little bit more about this. We'll come back with a little bit more of this conversation. I'll stay here. You stay there on Roku TV and Riverbender.
Oh no, another bad headache? Yeah, maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nicello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. The time is 9:21 on this Thursday morning. Back with Amron. I'm telling you, man, I got the good playlist going today. I'm ready to drive. I'm ready.
I know, right? Come back to some Ramon.
There we go. Well, when it comes to going back to this carbon-free assessment program, before we dive into a little bit more questions, just really how important is this for schools to really be a part of? Because it seems like outside of funding, we'll talk about that here soon. I mean, this is just kind of a no-brainer.
See, I think so. Starting with our energy efficiency recommendations, right. It's the simplest. It is the most cost-effective way for a school district to save money on their energy needs.
Mm-hmm. Well, and now it is so state funding for schools to get this. They have to be a part of this program, correct?
So the state of Illinois, through the Climate and Equitable Jobs Act, which created this program, tied certain state construction grants to the completion of a public school carbon-free assessment. So schools who apply for construction grants under that program will have to have a completed assessment done and show how the construction project will incorporate some of our recommendations.
Well, and what schools qualify, for this?
So this is currently open to K through 12 public school districts that are within the Ameren service territory.
Gotcha. So no private schools yet, or
no private schools for the public school carbon-free assessment. Mm-hmm. If private schools do contact us, our energy efficiency program still will work with private schools, and we will take the referral and give it to the energy efficiency program just to make sure that our customers are taken care of.
That's really cool to know, and especially for folks, because we have a couple that do are administrators and things at local private schools, and good for them to know that information too.
Yeah.
Well, and now when it comes back to these cost-effective and really cost-free solutions, how many times out of 10 do you guys think you run into them on a basis when you're given a walkthrough?
Oh, it's 100.
Is it really 100%
of the time? It's a highlight of the assessment for me. Mm-hmm. In our executive summary, one of the first things we put in there is a table for each school district of the low and no cost options that they have to do.
How many of them are human made? You know what I'm saying? Like leaving the huge storage room door open all night, and it's 30 degrees and, all of a sudden your boiler's shut off because it's been running for 4 days.
As not being part of the on-site assessment team, I'm not completely certain on that, but we definitely, like I said, doors are the biggest problem that we see. You leave those open and it's amazing how much effect that can have on your HVAC system.
Well, and when it comes to, just overall the clean energy programs and the new clean energy programs, take me through a little bit of what your day-to-day looks like, just outside of this carbon-free assessment program.
Okay, yeah. So outside of the carbon-free assessment program, my team looks at, demand response. How can you adjust your thermostat to use less during peak points of the day? We have several programs that look at charging for electric vehicles. How do you manage charging to make sure the customers are using less energy? It's stuff like that. How do you connect solar to the Ameren system, and how can we make that easier for customers? So it really kind of, my department touches every portion of clean energy.
And see, that's where I find this even more fascinating, though, because, for the customers that are just kind of residential and paying the bill and maybe yelling every once in a while, it's cool to see the work and the new tech that's going into really matching these, state, guidelines and what we want to achieve, and also just how it's bringing in this new future of energy.
Absolutely. And I will highlight that for our residential customers as well. I know we're talking about the public school carbon-free assessment, but the energy efficiency program for them as well. Lots of incentives available, and really can help customers save money on their residents as well.
And we can talk about that in depth later, but what is the first step to just calling, or is it at a website again?
It's the same one I gave you earlier, minus the slash. So it's just AmerenIllinoisSavings.com. That will connect you with our energy efficiency experts, and that's commercial or residential.
This is really cool. And, before I let you go, let's just circle back to this carbon-free assessment program. So you mentioned earlier that Alton's going to be completed hopefully by June. Mm-hmm. And so what's that process look like? What stage are we in now, if you can share a little bit of it? I don't want to, put the cart before the horse.
Yeah, absolutely. So we start off every assessment with a kickoff call. We work with the administration and we kind of explain to them what data we are going to need to collect, square footage of buildings, what type of HVAC systems do you have, et cetera. Where would you want to install electric vehicle chargers? Where would you want to install solar if it's available? So we take all of that data and then we schedule our on-site assessments. With the Alton School District, we finished in the data collection, and our contractor is working with the district to schedule the building visits right now.
Really cool. Well, and Michael, thank you so much for stopping by. This has been really fascinating, and I hope the audience got as much out of it as I did. And really, just before I let you go, what's your final thought on this?
Well, I want to say I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me. This is certainly a program that I've had since the beginning, and I'm really proud of, and really think that it offers great stuff to our customers. And just encourage schools or administrators to enroll. And I'll give that website again. It's AmerinIllinoisSavings.com/PSCFA.
I'm telling you, that is impressive. I mean, I have to have a whole book about things that I talk about each and every day, and just right off the top of your head. Hey, we'll take a quick break. 9:27, a little bit of change. We'll come back with more Daily Show on this Thursday morning, right after this on Roku and Riverbend. Welcome back to our Daily Show. 10:04, top of the hour hitting you. Fathead Barbecue coming soon to Schnucks. Terry and Linda Payton are in the studio. Terry, it's been a couple of months. How's life treating you?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been busy. Just always something good going on.
I'd say so. I'd say so. This is a big deal. I mean, and to really have your blueprint, your brand in a major retail store coming soon. And what date is that on?
April 23rd is when we'll start in the Schnucks.
Man, that's quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, next week?
Next week, yeah.
So how have you guys been prepping for this, and what kind of led up to that?
First, I'd like to say thanks to Schnucks, Adrian Moore from Schnucks.
Yep.
She's been putting a lot of work into it. We started way back in July of last year, where we was having meetings every month. Once a month, we was going over to like corporate office, warehouse, learning of the back. Learning the things that Schnucks does behind the scenes.
Right.
So that was a big help. So I had to bring a lot of that into the business aspect of what we do daily. So it's been a It's been joy, but it's been a lot of stuff that you have to get done.
Well, and honestly, I couldn't even imagine some of the different nuances when it comes to retail, especially when it's something that large, and because, people do local shops and that's great because you got to get the word out. But once you're there and you see how the machine operates, that's got to be something wild.
That was a great part of it to me, regardless if the 30-day trial go. I took a lot in from the diverse program that they have over at Snooks.
How's the distribution work for this going forward? Once you start this trial period?
Well, right now I'm gonna use Fox Creek.
Okay.
Dan over at Fox Creek in Missouri to do it for me. I can just make sure it's getting there and make sure it's on time. You know, with me trying to do it and have other people help do it, it's like you just want it to be perfect.
Right.
So I just let them deal with it for now, and then I'll figure out what I want to do if Snooks keeps those on afterwards.
So, when you're in that year period, and I'm sure it's got to feel like, an eternity sometimes because you're like, man, we're almost there. How did that kind of conversation evolve? When did you realize, okay, we're going to be here? Was it not until recently, or was it kind of halfway through?
I think it's still haven't totally kicked in, even though it was a long journey and hard work and consistency of just going and making it happen. But it won't kick in until probably next week.
I think that with starting out, when it was in the beginning, it was very slow and it was just doing little small things at a time. And now it's with him just applying for the diversity program with Snooks, that eventually it led up to this, to where now it's being made in a co-packing plant. So we reach out to them, we get it made. We have to order so many cases at a time, and then you have to stock that up, then be prepared for all your events for now the Snooks trial period, so
and all the mom and pop stores that we still got.
Yeah, and we're in a bunch of locations in the area, all the way up to Peoria, Springfield. So we're just trying to expand out more and more as we go too.
Well, what are some of the mindsets you have to have doing this? Because this is no small feat when we're talking, distribute. Because we distribute the Buzz magazine, but that's a magazine that we drop off. This is packing, producing. It's also, doing it in a way that's regulated too, and that's a lot of work.
Yeah, people don't really see the behind the scenes things. It's a constant every day. Like if it's not, luckily with the co-packing now, that part's kind of
that freed up a lot of more time.
And then, he's constantly calling stores, reaching out to new stores. We're promoting to my clients at the salon, hit people at the store and just trying to expand and make posts.
I made a lot of different connections too.
That's a big part.
Through the whole journey of the Snooks program. I met a lot of great people with Snooks itself that I can use those people afterwards. You know what I mean? It's more to it than just the Snooks thing. They want you there, but they want you to take the knowledge that you get and expand to bigger stores, Walmart or whatever.
Wow. Well, that's really a great notion, too, from Snooks' part to say, hey, we're here to not only keep you, but also elevate you, too.
Yeah.
Yes,
they want us to venture out and do other things. They don't want to trap us just with them. They want us to go as far as we can.
So whenever this hits the stores, it's going to be in the original label, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then you got the new packaging coming. We got the lower third up here, but I got to take that down for a second. Look.
You can lift it.
We got to... Do you have it on your website?
Not on the website yet. We do have it on our Facebook page. It's Fathead on Facebook.
Oh, here. Leave that up, and I'm going to pull up your Facebook page to give them a better look. But it's just, that's the new labeling. How'd you guys come up with that concept?
We've been kind of going back and forth for a while. Yeah.
It's been a while. We've been dealing with that off and on.
As much as we love the old labels, we just needed to kind of elevate a little bit, especially going into bigger retailers and trying to grow. And between us two and ideas and our... Shout out to Serena, who's been working on the labels for us. She kind of came with some ideas too, and I think they turned out really good. Also, the Schnooks, the guy from Schnooks, he helped you, gave some pointers to make the label show really what the flavor is, like the pickle garlic and the jalapeno garlic. Me and Serena, after she had got some made, we brought a bag into Schnooks with our sauces. So then we put them on the shelf one day and we're like, okay, do they stand out? Will they make it? As we're walking walking back out. I'm like, we're not going to get stopped, right?
Well, here's some of them on It's Just Fathead on Facebook. But, man, I like it. I mean, that looks really good.
Yes.
Well, and see, what I like, too, is I like the bottle, you know, because I mean, I'm not trying to talk smack, but I mean, whenever you get some of that, like Uncle Ray's or Sweet Baby Ray's or whatever, I mean, that just makes me angry. You know, I mean, really, just every time I see one of them, I just shake. You know, But I really like the presentation of it. It looks clean and modern, and also that's how it tastes. Because I remember the last time. I mean, you don't forget it. You know,
definitely.
And I like the glass because to me, it's just something about a glass, and it's just fresher.
Well, and it makes it, it honestly kind of makes it more of an experience, too. It's not just like you're slapping barbecue sauce on a reheated, you know, whatever you made the night before. You're actually cooking with this. Well, and, you know, have you had any new additions to your lineup?
We don't have any new additions yet. We are in the process of working on Shore Killer, which is going to be like a 4 or 5 pepper sauce. So it's going to be a hot one.
That sounds good. Let me know when that's out.
It is funny because people, like, it's hard to, we did put now on the labels, there's little flames to kind of help people like know like what the level is for spice. Again, it's hard to tell people that when some people's tolerance is different, right? And all of our flavors do have a little bit of kick, but with the different, like, when we do events, we like to tell people, like, pickle garlic, you get that little hint of dill. It's super good on, like, burgers, pulled pork. If you do smoked whiskey, delicious on pork steaks, ribs, you know. So all of them have a little different aspect to cook a little differently.
Well, and that's why, I mean, I really am. I'm not trying to, you know, patronize you, but you really do have a lineup that really is meant for anything you need because, you know, whether it's like a crock pot thing or anything, even if
salad
it's on the stove,
whatever it is, it don't have to be like the traditional barbecue.
Right. Definitely. I mean, it fits everything. That's really cool. Do you guys have a moment to stick around? We'll pay a quick bill and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more.
Yeah, totally.
Perfect. 10-12, a little bit of change. Hey, while I have you, let me fill you in on my friends at OSF Healthcare. You know, they're really bringing a comprehensive care that's truly tailored for you. You know, they have all these new innovations in the 618. Remember when you used to drive like DePaul and like an hour and a half away and dodge the 270 war zone? You don't have to do that anymore because OSF's bringing it right to your own backyard. Plus, with their new prompt care service on Godfrey Road, they'll have you in and out and taking care of you every step of the way. Told you how they took care of Grandma and made sure she was just treated like their own, and they'll do that for you too. OSFhealthcare.com, and don't forget to tell them you know who sent you over their way.
The process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh-made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
You wanna stay up with your fancy friends? I'm telling you, it's gotta be.
Welcome back. 1016, little bit of change on tax day. Man, I got hosed. I just got smoked by the government. That's okay though. We're just talking
I
through.
don't even look for anything.
Yeah, yeah. That's just how much, you know.
Right.
Just how much.
Right.
We're back with Fathead. Hey, coming up soon, they'll be in Schnucks, and this is not just like a Schnuck. You guys are going to be in what, 15 different Schnucks?
Yep, 15 local Schnucks.
Plus the corporate office, so they want to be able to get them guys at the main corporate office. So they got like a little section set up in the lunchroom, so they'll still have our sauce there, a bunch of different other vendor stuff there set up.
That's cool. So, what day does this start again? Just so we can get in line.
So it starts on April 23rd. It'll run through May 20th. It will be again in 15 local Schnucks. Do you want me to run down the line?
Oh, please do. Okay. Yeah, get them out there.
So we'll be on Dorset in Maryland Heights. We'll be on Illinois Street in Swansea. We'll be at the one in Arnold, Missouri, Arsenal in St. Louis, Big Bend in Baldwin, Capitol Drive in St. Charles, Ladue, St. Louis, St. Charles Rock Road, Bridgeton, Newhalls Ferry in Florissant, Manchester Road in St. Louis, Troy Road in Edwardsville. Make sure you guys hit that one up. Hampton Village Plaza in St. Louis, Godfrey.
You better go to that one too, because that's where I live.
Clayton Road in St. Louis and in Granite City as well. So everybody for sure in Metro East, please stop by. Grab a bottle or all five. Support.
Why
We'd
not?
really appreciate it.
Well, see, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, Father's Day's coming up. You know, why don't you just get all five of them? Call it a sampler platter.
There you go, Dad.
And then you're good to go. You know?
Definitely. Definitely.
I always tell people that's the best man gift you can ever give a man.
Can't ever. I mean, what the hell are you doing? You know,
barbecue sauce and fishing stuff.
That's right. You're right.
You can't go wrong with that.
Yep. And then you're just throwing a little gummy for CJ, and that's really
perfect.
But what's this feeling like for you two now? I mean, I know Terry, you said it doesn't feel real yet, but I mean, are you at the point now where it's like it's exciting like this because there's a lot of possibilities with this? This is cool.
Yeah.
It's been exciting. But it's just so much that I had to do, so I didn't want to get overexcited. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to just stay focused on what I had to get done dealing with Schnucks and stuff like that.
Well, you have to, and that's really the focus you have to have.
Yeah.
And Linda, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think it's exciting too. Like all the steps that I've taken, I'm the nervous one. I'm the one who's always like, I don't know, this is a lot of work. We got to put a lot of money into this. And I'm like, what if it doesn't pay off? But then as things progress and good things happen, it really you do feel excited and more rewarded.
I always tell her, just trust me.
He's like,
just
give me some time. I'm like, I don't know. And it's only when we're at home. That's when all the other times I'm like, everything's fine. And then at home I'm like,
But see, and that's what I think so cool about this, though, because you guys truly are it's a small business that's just growing, and to see the kind of early stages of something that's really promising is awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can, let's say 30 days goes great, everyone's loving Fathead, life's looking good. Are you what's the next step for you after that? Or is it just staying where we're at to see where we can reevaluate or add more flavors? Or
well, if they give us the 30 days, I think they do another reset in August. So then we'll have until from the end of the 30 days until August to stock up and get more. If they bring in, we'll know by the end of that period. The next day we'll know that if we got pushed on or however. So we're just gonna keep pushing and try to get it to so many. I mean, I want everybody to hear about it. Right. So we've been doing a lot of marketing. Schnucks is doing a lot of marketing for us. But now it's all about the customers and the people going in and get it.
So yeah, and then kind of like we talked about, just really we're just trying to reach out. Anybody listening, if anybody knows any small businesses that would like to supply the sauce, you can. We can sell it wholesale to you, to have it retailed. We're definitely looking for anybody that wants to do collabs.
Hold on, this is where I come in. Sorry. Get rid of the damn Sweet Baby Rays in your restaurant. That's got to go. All of it's got to go.
Sweet Baby Ray?
I'm not even trying to be mean no more. It's just facts of life. Use Fathead and your life's so much easier.
It's time for a change.
Thank you. It's time just to get real. I don't even know if it's time. Just get with the program here. The other, you can always tell, too. You can always tell. They could lie to you all you want. Right. You can tell.
Yeah, you can tell.
Come on. Now, so if you're a bar out there that has, burgers or anything like that, or even if you're a bigger restaurant or a barbecue place, because you guys partnered up and collaborated with somebody else already, didn't you?
Nubby's Barbecue on Telegraph.
Yep.
And they're supplying it and serving it too?
They got it on like 4 menu items. Wow. Then they got it set up where you can buy the bottles in there. Todd and Tina at Nubby's on Telegraph.
Yeah. They have all the flavors on the table. So when they have delicious barbecue there. Smoked turkey, pulled pork, anything you can think. They also do pizzas, but you can use the sauce on the table, drizzle it on whatever, dip it however you'd like to use it. They've been really good and supported since day one.
They've been supporting us since day one. Since we was back when we was making it ourselves.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've been dealing with Todd for a long time, and he came on and he's like getting him a place and. He was like, I'd like to try to bring your barbecue sauce on, and it's been, 2 years?
Probably been open? So. It's funny when we've gone and delivered, too, because we do sell gallons, to businesses that want to use the sauce, and we'll sit there and eat, and then the last time we were there, as we're eating, 2 people came up hey man, really like your sauce, and I'm like, how do they even know it's you? He's waving, no. But it's a cool feeling to know when people are supporting and do really like and appreciate what you're making and trying to create.
Fathead on a stick.
Yep.
Fathead on the stick.
Shout out Fast Eddie's.
We're going to get that done.
I keep writing you on Facebook.
We can do it. Why not?
Fathead chick on a stick.
That's right.
Delicious. Pickle, jalapeno.
We're good to go. And what's the best way to reach out, though, if there is a business owner out there watching today and going, man, that would be kind of cool to look into?
You can reach out by on the website. That will have his email listed and the phone number. You can
reach out through Messenger on
Facebook. Contact us anyway. We will pay attention. But
they do a lot of good work. They'll be working all the time. They'll just get back to you.
Yes, definitely.
So you have a tasting event coming up, don't you?
Yes. So that one we have. There's 5 over the weekend of May 3rd and 4th, but the one big one we really want to promote is the one happening in Edwardsville, where it's from 10 to 11:30 at Schnucks. You can stop in if you haven't tried the sauces, sample them, try them out.
Wow.
Come see Terry's cute face.
If you try it, you'll buy it.
That's right. You 100%.
It's funny because I'll wait until the people after they tried it, and then they'll be like, "Oh man, that's good," and then they'll be like. If you try it, and then I look at me, I was like, yeah, I got you. I ain't want you to read I don't let them read the bottle beforehand. But then as soon as they try it, it's over with. Man, it's been a blessing. It's been a long road. We still got so far to go.
You're just getting started.
But it's been a lot of great support, like she said. It's been
100%. Well, and honestly, you got to put the work in too. I mean, it's not a one-sided street there. So it's really cool though to hear that. Because distribution's no easy feat. And to hear how it's going, this is really incredible.
Yeah, definitely.
What time is that tasting event on Chinooks on Saturday?
That one's from 10 to 11:30. So that will be on May 3rd or May 4th, Sunday, May 4th.
What 5 stores?
There's 5 tastings throughout through the weekend. 3 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday.
Yeah. Are they all at Schnucks locations?
Yep, all at Schnucks throughout the area.
Do you have any ones are you going to the Godfrey Schnucks?
But he is. I think he is.
But
able
I'm
to set
allowed
more
to
up.
go once they
them every day.
Once they set it up and do their thing.
Yeah.
And then I can go back throughout them 30 days and be like, hey, I would like to come in and do this. You know what I mean? And they'll let me set up and do that.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Also, too, if we're in the area, the Alton Farmers Market's getting ready to reopen. We did that last year, and we are going to be back there this year. We have a lady that's helping us out, and she's going to be bringing the bottles to Alton every weekend.
Wow.
So that will help because also a lot of weekends he'll go to an event. We also have the sauce shop in Bethalto.
How's that going? I was going to ask you about that before.
It's been going good. It's been staying steady. You know how we made it through the first year. That was a blessing.
It's always the toughest one.
Yeah.
And then now we're in the mix of getting the trailers done. I just have to go through the health department and let them check it. You know what I mean? I got my water, electric, all that stuff in there. So once we bring that whole picture together, and we got the food cooking, and we got the sauce shop, it is just going to be a triangle that's going to all work together. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's the mission of the food trader, is to bring all that together.
Man, this is awesome. I mean, this is just really...
It's a lot of things, but it all works.
What else do we need to promote today while you're on?
So the other things, if we want, we can just shout out some of the stores that we are in.
Oh, yeah, please do.
Let's see. We are all the way up to Springfield and Peoria. So in Springfield, we're at Humphreys, Margot's, and Country Market. In Peoria, we're at Alwyn's. In the area, Granite, we're in Chunko's. Kelly's Meat Market in Troy. We're in, let's see, again, Nubby's on Telegraph. 1818. Wilton Cattle in Grafton. 1818 in Edwardsville, their butcher market. New White Barn in New Baden. Fritz's Meats in Jerseyville, Godfrey Meat Market in Godfrey, Jan's Naturals in Maryville. So again, we're kind of all over the area. If you want to come into the shop, you can definitely sample all the sauces at the sauce shop in Bethalto. We have those out regularly.
What's the physical address?
113A. I always get confused between my salon address and that one.
The last show we did, I had to be the one to remember the address. I'm like,
don't forget it. 113A East Bethalto Drive in Bethalto.
Really cool.
Yeah, right off 140.
We'll link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com, and we'll make sure that you guys are out there. What day does it start again?
April 23rd, next week. Get out to your local Schnucks, stock up.
And actually enjoy real barbecue sauce.
You know
what I'm saying? Get rid of that Sweet Baby Ray's. And if you're a restaurant out there, call Fathead, collaborate with them today.
Let us collab.
And have some fun with it. And you were talking, I'm excited when you come up with the McNugget cups or whatever you call those.
Zippers.
You know? We'll take a quick break. It's 10:27, a little bit of change. More Daily Show as we learn more about the 6th annual Easter ham giveaway happening this weekend in Alton.
It's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville. Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois with specials 5 days a week. Mondays roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab select 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Get access to care for anyone, anywhere, at any time. No appointments, no waiting rooms, no traveling. OSF on call.
Village Dispensary has the best deals in Godfrey, Illinois with specials 5 days a week. Mondays roll in the week with 20 to 30% off select pre-rolls. Tasty Tuesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select edibles. Waxy Wednesdays, enjoy 20 to 30% off select concentrate and vape brands. Thirsty Thursdays, sip and save with 20 to 30% off all drinks. Flower Friday, grab select 3.5 gram flower deals starting at just $20. Village Dispensary, come meet your best buds.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
But I ain't got wings coming down.
Look at that right there. Tiffany with Midwest Members Credit Union, Derek Richardson, Crisis Food Center board member and community partner with Midwest Members. I couldn't fit the last part on the screen, but we all know what we're here talking about. The 6th annual Easter ham giveaway, and really just no better time to talk about it than this week. And so many people are going to be lined up and ready to just be a part of it too.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, I mean, at this point in time, 6th year in a row, it's pretty much a well-oiled machine at this point,
yeah.
huh?
Bro, it's easy now. We just show up.
Yep.
You know, we just make contact. Hey, what's the date? Buy the hams, buy the sides and meet up. It's it's like you said, it's a well-oiled machine now.
There you go.
You know, it's something that we still look forward to, though.
Yeah.
Even though we have the planning down packed, we still get excited about meeting up and doing this project for the community.
Well, and Tiffany, I remember you saying that you have members of the credit union that look forward to being a part of that day from last year, if I remember correctly.
So we have, as of right now, I have 19 employees who have volunteered to come and help out. That's cool. Numerous of them have done it several years in a row, so they know exactly what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
They walk in, they start doing it. They don't even wait for instructions.
Yeah.
So it's really
well-oiled machine.
It is.
Yeah, and it's one of those fun activities, you know,
Right.
like you said, everyone looks forward to it. You know, and the weather, who knows, but it's still weather where we can be outside.
Right.
You know.
Well, and it's still, I mean, you might have a little bit of a drizzle on Saturday, who knows, but whenever you're outside and you're having fun, and I'm sure people are excited to see you and say thank you, and or at least say, hey, how are you doing? You know, that's what makes it really a community event.
Yeah.
That's cool. And now you can always get an umbrella, I guess, too.
Yeah. and when employees come together outside of work to do something fun, if you know, work related or not, it just makes the event that much more special.
Well, and especially right before Easter, too.
Yeah.
I think that's really important because, you know, we all get caught up in the holiday, you know, rushes, if it's
Mm-hmm.
Easter or Christmas for whoever, you know, and you forget about, you know, what it's really all about, and that's, you know, being a good neighbor
Mm-hmm.
and being, you know, part of a community. And you guys really do that and then some, because you were telling me before we came on that what you were kind of estimating around 80% of these products. I mean, you're giving away within the first 30 minutes of the event, and it shows that need truly.
Yeah. Like I said, they get there before we get there to get their place in line, and we have the parking and the route. We've been using this same route ever since COVID, and you know, it works out perfectly. You know, they drive up, we hand them. I just want to emphasize, like always, it's one ham and one bag of sides per vehicle while supplies last.
Right.
Unfortunately, we're not in a position to give everyone in a car a ham and a turkey. We have to spread it out to all the people who took the opportunity to come and get in line.
Well, and you know, that's a good, you know, kind of note just for the community members that are looking into this and saying this might be good for us, because, you know, there might be a transportation issue. Maybe, you know, they had to ride together. Well, maybe you can rearrange that and make that work out, you know, a little bit more efficient for everybody too.
There's no, when giving stuff away, there's no perfect way to giving out things. You just have to do it in the most fair way, and the most fair way in this case is to everyone who takes the opportunity to drive up gets a ham and a turkey.
Well,
a ham and some sides.
That's real. And those side items, what are those looking like this year?
They're typical. We do a couple vegetables, a starch, a bread, and a dessert.
Wow.
And the dessert may be cake mix, not made.
Right.
You know, a cake mix, a stuffing mix, cornbread or mac and cheese, and canned vegetables. So.
And see, that's what I think so cool about what you guys do with these giveaways, because it's not just, here's your, sweet corn or what. I mean, you make it a point to make it a full meal for their family, and that's huge.
Yeah, they should be able to at least feed 4 to 6 with what we give them.
Yeah. That's huge. I mean, really, and honestly right now, because I know folks are still maybe a little bit, stressed out about finances or where things are going, and the last thing you want to do is maybe have your family miss out on an Easter meal, your children, and to know that that's not the case with this giveaway it's really an invaluable asset for those folks that need it. And, Derek, with Crisis Food Center, too, take me through what this year's kind of look like for you guys. Have you seen an increase in individuals that are utilizing?
Well, yes, but we've been seeing that for the last couple of years.
Have you really? Wow.
Yeah, we give out a 7-day supply once a week, once a month to families in need. But unfortunately, we've some families we have to do it twice a month.
Wow.
That's just where things are today. Yeah, so there's been an increase. One thing about Crisis Food Center is that the community is always appreciative of Crisis Food Center.
For sure.
I just want to thank the community for their continued donations. And please support us with your donations. That is our only source of revenue, is donation. Of course, grants from
right.
United Way and things like that. But every dollar goes back out. We only have 2 staff persons. The rest are volunteers.
Whoa.
So
I didn't even realize that.
So every dollar that comes in the Crisis Food Center goes back into the community. And while we're on it, we do have that free clothing store where people can take up to 5 free items a visit.
Wow. And what hours does that operate?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But typically, I know we're closed on Wednesdays.
Okay.
So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm sure 8 to 3. I'm sure if you get there between 8 and 3, somebody will be there.
I didn't know about the clothing. That's the first time I've heard of it.
Oh, we've had that for years. It's
Wow.
been in the basement, and then a few years ago, we built an extension.
Okay.
As I was talking about
yeah.
earlier, we built an extension, so we actually have a clothing store on the same level. But getting back to the hams, I just want to talk about our relationship with Midwest Members.
It's cool. I mean, I really do mean that. It's not because you guys are in the studio and Derek could beat me up. I mean, you guys are really a good community partner, and really, honestly, a blueprint of what partnerships should kind of look like. It's a 50-50 partnership on this, correct? Mm-hmm. And take me through Midwest Members side, because we talked a little bit about this last time around the horn, but. Whenever you're looking at community initiatives, because you guys do a lot of them, take me through some of the things you look for in a community partner, if that's okay.
So, our employees play a large part in that. So, we're always looking for organizations that are benefiting our local community, giving back to them. Now, the employees, they get a say in that as well. If they go out and they see, this organization's doing this, can we look into that? We are going to go look into that. And if we think that they're doing what we are trying to give back to, we're going to go and do it. The employees, God love them. They can pay for jeans for Fridays and Saturdays.
Right.
And they get happy hours. And every month, the money we raise from that goes back to a nonprofit in, Wood River, Alton, Granite, Maryville, our surrounding areas. It goes back to something that we truly believe in and our employees believe in. So
that's so cool.
Like the money they raise, like you can tell that they really want to be there for everyone.
Well, and on top of that too, getting back to the Crisis Food Center, side of this, whenever you're working with Crisis Food Center, take me through just the years of work, in that partnership and how it's been able to grow and strengthen over those years. So
I know, the years I've done it, looking at the volunteers, it gets more and more.
Does it
every
really?
year?
Now that's a good sign. That's a good sign.
We start off little, and then they go back to work and they talk about the feeling that they get, giving these hams out, talking to the people that are in line.
Yeah.
And then the next year, you got a couple more people. And then the next year, you got a couple more. And, some of the events we limit. This one, we don't limit because we want all those good feelings to go to as many employees as we can. So
I love this. This is
it's
cool.
Great.
This is really cool. And, Derek, just following up on that, take me through just your thoughts on being with Midwest Members and you were a community partner and then former board member as well. But, on this side of the aisle with Crisis Food Center, watching this grow, it's got to make you proud too to see this continue.
Absolutely, because we've been doing it with the fire department for 8 years. The turkey giveaway at Christmas, and so this is 6 years. So both, same thing with both. Everybody's engaged. It's not a question of donating. That's easy, and everybody's supportive and like giving back. And it's it's just kind of a free. Free is not the word, but it's just like an easy way to give back. And there's just so much you get from it, from basically just showing up and writing a check for turkeys and hams.
Right.
So the relationship has been strong. I was on the inside of Midwest Members Credit Union, as you mentioned, as a former board member, so I always knew the atmosphere at Midwest Members Credit Union. I always knew how the employees felt. I knew where their heart was and their intentions. And Midwest Members has a history of being heavily involved in the communities where they have their financial institutions and their members live. So just knowing that from the inside, it was just an easy connection.
Well, and especially for something like this, because it's never not a grandiose thing, but whenever hey, we have these partnerships, we have these people in our community. I mean, you're able to accomplish things that no one even can think possible, because you aren't giving away 10 hams. I mean, this is going to be a line around the block in Market Street, and all these families being helped, and it just shows though what type of people and organizations that a community really needs to really help support everybody that's in the community, and not just the ones that have access to things, and I think that's really important too.
Yep.
So why don't we do this? We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with all the details and chat a little bit more. You stay there. We'll stay here in the studio right after this one on RiverBender.com.
Oh no, another bad headache? Yeah. Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
So if you're tired of the same old story, turn some pages. I'll be here when you are ready to know the changes. Yeah.
Welcome back. 10:49, little bit of change. Tuesday morning coming to a close. I am excited. I don't have to work Friday, and life's looking good. And I don't know what's going to happen when I don't have to do a show, though. I might just get up and start doing one in my house, interview the couch or something. I don't. But we were just chatting during the break, and Midwest Members, 4th year in Granite.
4th year in Granite. Yep.
And how's that been for you?
It's good. I think that. I don't know that they were ready for us. We have a good staff down in Granite. The members down there have accepted us very well.
Really good.
Yep. So this is our 90th year in business for the credit union as a whole. Mm-hmm. And bringing them on, I feel like that just added one more plus to it.
Well, and banking locally is so much different than going to a Chase Bank. And I hate to use the big guy, but I mean, I'm kind of mad at Citibank right now anyway. But, doesn't matter. But I was driving by and seeing, some of those bigger names that we all kind of know and are used to. But, when it comes to banking locally, what are some of those incentives and those benefits of being with a community organization?
We know you when you walk in.
Yeah.
Honestly, that feeling of being part of something.
Right.
You walk in the door and we're like, "Hey, John, how are you? How's your wife?" We know you when you come in, and you make us be here.
Right.
We are here for you. So just having that feeling of knowing that, I've got this problem. I can go in there and they are going to sit down. And even if we can't help, we're going to give you a resource as to where to go to find that help.
Well, and see, the other thing I think, just takeaways just from, hearing some of the folks, that if something's not going to work out, you guys aren't the bank that's going to, slap on the 35% interest rate or do something to, put somebody in despair. And that's what, a lot of times when you're in that number system with a national institution, that's kind of what happens. And it's really cool to know that, hey, it might not work here for us if you need that, emergency loan or something happens, but we're going to help you find out how we can do that for you. That's huge.
Yes.
So, with that being said, what are some of the services you provide at Midwest Members that we can be involved in? Anything cool?
Car loan rates.
We do cars.
Yeah. I still, I financed my last car. I still bank there. I still have an account there. And I financed, I don't know, my last 1, 2, 3 cars with them. So
there's the endorsement.
Repeat offenders.
You must be doing something okay then. You're doing something pretty darn good, I'd say. Yep. So car loans, anything else that you guys
do? Car loans, unsecured, so like line of credits or promotional loans. We have credit cards, mortgages. We have a gentleman that does financial investment kind of thing.
Financial advisor.
Wow.
Yep.
I didn't realize you guys had that aspect of it either. Well, and that's what I think so cool. Just going back, that's why I wanted to ask some of the services because when you're going in, you have that local touch to it, and it's a personalized approach. It's not this, hey, all right, let's go down and here's plot C, and then we'll take you down to row F, and here's where we're at. I mean, it's that conversation, and I think that's why you guys are just continuing to do so well too.
Yep. When you walk in, they are going to greet you with a smile. They're going to ask you what you need, and then they're going to build upon that. So even if you're bringing your kid in and, all they need right now is just a debit card so they can go to the store and buy their Mountain Dew. They're going to build upon that, and they're going to give them advice. When you turn 18, come back in. We're going to see what we can do to build your credit, help you out. You're going to college, you're going to need some kind of security, maybe a secured credit card.
Right.
We're going to talk to them every step of the way.
Well, and see, I think that's just so important because right now, I mean, you're seeing it left and right, especially on social media, because you get these crypto whatever people that can tell you that life's going to change if you follow this investment advice, or hey, look at this new program that Discover's offering for whatever. I'm telling you what, I'm so tired of getting their cards in the mail. It's all good. I don't want it. But when it comes to this, so it's so important because I feel like financial literacy isn't taught as well as it should be in school, and I did take a financial literacy class and all that, and it was okay, but there was still, I think, so much more we could have learned. And to have a banking partner like that kind of takes a lot of the stress off of parents and kids, if they're sending their child into an institution for the first time, financial one, for that start of life with credit cards or anything else you need. Really cool. And then, Derek, on the flip side of that with crisis, we touched on this earlier with a dollar in's a dollar out. And so many times, folks want to, donate, to these really nice programs, but I don't feel understand the cost that's associated and how much of that dollar is actually going to go back into that specified program for these bigger organizations. I just curious what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah. People donate to different organizations for different reasons. We're here for give information on the ham, not to solicit donations. But if you want to donate, locally and know that money stays in the community, Crisis Food Center is the place to go. As I mentioned earlier, we only have 2 staff, and so we don't have a lot of overhead. Of course, building maintenance and utilities and things like that, operating costs, but majority of the revenue, very large percentage, just goes to the food.
That's just, it's really incredible.
And the rest we use to pay our 2 employees and the bills. But everything that we offer for free. We don't charge for any of our services. Wow. Students at Lewis and Clark that come from other areas, we made a contact with Lewis and Clark, so we make sure those student athletes, have supplements and nutritional food items. Like I said, we give a free 7-day supply once a month to families in need. Some cases there may, if there's a higher need, we may make adjustments to that.
Right.
If you need, for those who, for whatever reason, need clothes, you need clothes for a job interview, need clothes just to wear, to keep warm, we give that out for free. And so for those of you at home who have clothes that are sitting in your closet and you want to know they're going to go to good use, dump them off or drop them off. I shouldn't say dump them off, but drop them off at Crisis Food Center. Not like you said, I don't want to mention the big names, but sometimes you donate to other companies and you think that that's a charity and you think, and even though the costs are low, still you donate it to Crisis Food Center and we give it to someone in need.
And see, that's where it's just that local focus too, because I'm always for helping everybody, but I'm always one that let's take care of our neighborhood first, and once ours is good, we can help everyone else. And I know that, and that neighborhood's really just the Riverbend region, now, but even here locally, you got to help your neighbors first, and then you can help the other ones once we're all up to par.
So we're short. We have a short on men's clothes.
Oh,
so. All the ladies out there, if you don't have anything to do, go through your husband's closet and say, "Are you still wearing this? Are you still wearing this? Are you going to wear this?"
I didn't even think I'd get asked.
So we could use more men items. We have tons of women's items.
Well, that's really good to know too, and like jackets and all that, like blazers for interviews and things.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we got suits downstairs.
Really cool.
Yeah, we got suits.
Let's wrap up with giving an overview of this event again. Man, we talked about the gauntlet today. How about that? I told you we could do 30 minutes. I knew we could do this. Coming up this Saturday, what time again?
1 to 3.
1 to 3, and what's the lineup? Just so we can get that information.
It's written there. I'm gonna try to do it from memory. Go up Albee Street, make a right on 4th, and then make a right on Market, and come up to 6th and make a right in front of the building. And that gives everyone a chance to line up and not block traffic. If you go up Albee, make a right on 4th. Make a right on Market, and then make another right on 6. So that's the lineup. One ham and 1 bag of sides per car.
And then it is first come, first serve. So
it is first come, first serve while supplies last. Yep.
And so if you could, if you're thinking about this, it might be best just from how the last couple have gone to get there as early as you can and make sure that you're a part of this too. With that being said, I think this is such a great program, and this contactless drive-through only ham giveaway is just going to be a great event. 6th annual one. Midwest Members is going to be there too in this great partnership with Crisis Food Center. Tiffany, anything left before I say goodbye for now?
No, sir.
Whew, I get to not go home yet. I got to go upstairs and work, huh? All right. All righty. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your Tuesday. It's going to be a great one. You guys have Easter week. 2 more days if you're not working Friday. Until then, try your best to stay out of jail.